So, in a sense, are you implying there that the Welsh attacking performance today was a little bit lacking?
No, I'm not. I want to get out of here.
I think they were clinical. The first half, they had 2 chances, they scored 2 tries.
Yeah.
Second half, in fairness, South Africa on top. They didn't have a lot of ball, but they changed their tactics second half. Wales, they kicked a lot of ball. You know, whether that, I just think they didn't want to play, got very tight, didn't want to give any penalties away, so they kicked a lot of ball away.
Their return from the clean breaks in the first half, it was 4, 2 tries. You can't argue with that. That's great. It's a great strategy and great execution.
How much was this, is obvious about winning? Because sometimes we have some autumn internationals and it's a development phase and it's all, and you win or you lose, but it's about the performance, maybe not about the result. This was built up into being an absolute marker for where Wales are. And so maybe the tactics changed in the second half on the basis of just playing a bit more percentage rugby, a bit more conservative, because the overriding thing was, we want to win this game.
Absolutely. They're 3rd in the world. They world ranking is 3, and I think they justified that throughout this autumn. I think the Scotland game, the WRU were criticised putting that game on, but I think that game helped no end in getting a hit out before the Australia game. You mentioned Australia over the first time in a decade, then tear Tonga apart, and then today it was all about the win, and to go undefeated in the autumn is some achievement.
Top level sport is big psychology. That victory today is huge, but it's soon forgotten because the next game comes up. But yeah, enjoy this evening, enjoy your Christmas now. Is much better because of these 4 victories in the autumn that's never been done before.
Let's talk about almost the deciding moment, because Wales were 14-11 up, and at 3 points it's anybody's game, and then this happened.
Yeah, look, I thought first instinct was it's a penalty, because Thomas Williams has got to stay on his feet there.
A penalty to the Springboks.
Yeah, to the Springboks. Because Thomas Williams has slid in and got in that position, that allowed George North to get over the ball, and then that allows Tipper to get over the ball and win a penalty. So I think they've got away with Wales there.
This is one of those things, if the All Blacks did that, we'd be saying, great gamesmanship, they're so subtle and sly, but Wales have got away with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it does affect that cleaner by 1 second, just to allow Wales to go on that ball. It made a big difference.
And it was a big turning point. You say 14-11 to 17-11, and Wales grew from there.
I got to say as well, I thought it was great from Alwyn Jones. I think it would be easy to get carried away and go for the corner, but just to keep, Wales are going to back the fact they're going to say, right, 10 minutes to go, we're not going to concede another try, we just keep taking 3 points. When you've got a high percentage kicker like Dan Biggar, who came on and made a big impact, I thought it was great to go for the 3 points and just keep pushing more than 3 points away from South Africa.
Well, the one thing you can be sure of when Dan Biggar comes on, there's going to be a lot of aerial kicks, and he's immense under the high ball.
Yeah, I just thought in general Wales were much smarter aerially than what the South Africans were. And just keep that on Jonathan Davies here at 13, just the unseen work. He's working hard, just blocks Jantjies, and that allows Dan Biggar.
Just blocks.
Yeah, it's subtly, but that allows a clean contest with Dan Biggar to win it, and it was a massive part of the second half. On the flip side, all over the place, South Africa when the ball went in the air. Jantjies doesn't know what happens, and it's from that actual knock-on that Wales win the penalty with Thomas Williams. So I thought the second half, that aerial battle, was where the game was won.
Yeah,
for
Wales just kicked in field all the time, or as much as they could, and they limited South Africa just to 6 lineouts all game, so it means they just can't launch. South Africa want to launch their attack off lineouts, off driving walls, to kick in field and kick long, just starve South Africa of lineouts, as Wales did. That was a clear tactic to go into the game, and it paid dividends.
South Africa will be my dark horses for the World Cup. They have so many athletic players in that side. Once Rassie gets them organised and some structure, because all you see behind, once they go through the phases of play, it's only Henre Pollard who's directing and shouting. Once you get a few more of those more experienced players, get Leroux shouting and communicating with the guys, once they get that structure in place, they are going to be a difficult team to beat.
Watching the Springboks tonight, though, did you see a team that you could understand how they beat the All Blacks once and actually almost beat them twice?
No, not at all. I mean, if I was a player, you go back into the change rooms now and you say, I didn't really feel threatened in defence. I didn't really feel they were going to score. I know they scored 1 try, but other than that, I don't think they threatened our Wales' try line at all. So you felt very comfortable on that, and I don't think you would have seen a team that beat the All Blacks.
No, look, I think Wales at home would back themselves against anybody, including the All Blacks. The big challenge, like Jerry said, going away from home and carrying that momentum on, because they've got such a strong squad at this minute.
We talk so much about the complete outside half. You know, at 10 you have to control things, you've got to be able to pass and direct things. Of course, Pollard has now taken the role of the outside half into a new realm now, because what you've also got to be able to do is you've got to be able to win the line out. Where did that come from?
Our esteemed colleague in commentary, Jonathan Davies, I would love to have seen him at the front of the lineup, but you stood at the front, they never use a number 10, and it's just something, a little quirk, which I bet he's been standing there and training for months as a decoy. But fair play, it's good form as well.
Fair, if you saw that, though, again, you were at the front of the line, you think there's no way, there's no way he's ever going to get that ball. So it was quite a cute tactic.
Really cute.
Last match for us of the autumn internationals. What's your general take, Martin? Start with you. I mean, are Ireland, you know, if anybody you're giving an A star to, it's got to be them.
Absolutely. You know, they've had a phenomenal season. They won the Grand Slam, won a series in Australia, beat the All Blacks again. So they are there, aren't they? They are the benchmark. But I think, you know, looking at the Six Nations one step ahead, as anybody's, England, Ireland or Wales could win that. It really is.
The challenge for the rest of the Northern Hemisphere is to have the intelligence of Ireland and New Zealand. You've got to be so switched on up here. You've got the idea, you've got the strategy, you've then just got to execute, and Ireland are doing that so well at the moment.
I think what's exciting is the most dominant we've seen the Northern Hemisphere in an autumn series in a long, long time. So going into the autumn, I wasn't getting too excited about the World Cup. You just take it with a pinch of salt, but after seeing the 4 weekends of rugby, I'm a lot more optimistic about all the Northern Hemisphere going to the World Cup next year.